Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm straight.
For those of you who don't know, by the title, this is a show where I have my straight friends watch their first season of RuPaul's Drag Race, and we're watching season 10. We have a lot to get into.
Oh my lord. But before we do...
Yes, thanks, Andrew. As usual, big thanks to Delta Nutra for sponsoring this show. They specialize in Essential 82, which helps with Asian glow and with just liver health in general. The...
mini challenge.
Right.
This kind of confused me for a little bit, cause first of all, they brought up like Donald Trump and Betsy DeVos and like the education, and then it's like teaching how to read.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of that too. We've talked about this before, right? Where like, they just have a lot of like...
inject like politics into it.
It should be done a little bit more of an artful way and
sure,
like more
exactly.
with more intention, because right now it just feels like, again, very loose and very like just tacked on.
Yeah. Here's my question, because what exactly does teaching children how to read mean? Because I actually thought that they were gonna like teach children how to read, and then so when they got so excited for it, I was like,
I think when they say children, they mean us. Wait, you've never heard of the term read before?
No.
Okay, so that's totally fine. It's basically like shade, but like reading is specifically like you're pinpointing on something specific about a person, and you're kind of like, everybody says that the best way to read somebody is like they have to think for a second, and then you're like, oh wait, you're insulting me. You're not complimenting me.
See, so it's kind of like a roast, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the vibe I got.
Right.
What's the deal with the glasses though? What's that all about?
A shtick to to represent like reading, because glasses.
Okay.
Did any of the queens stick out to you?
It doesn't. You don't have the time to let it sink in. It's just like I was like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I actually think that Monet should have won, because I think that everybody, at least from the edit, people had the biggest reaction to her last read of like, oh, you had to fuck Bob the drag queen to get to the top, which is so funny.
Bob is Miss Cracker's drag mom. Does that make Miss Cracker Bob's drag child?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Cool.
All of the people that they were kind of asking to do an impression, they all fell flat.
Yeah, if RuPaul's not gonna like it, you should hear it here and now rather than later when it's actually being judged. Some took the advice, some didn't.
Asia was saying that she doesn't know if she can do Whitney without the powdered sugar. I feel like even without being able to like use powdered sugar as like fake crack cocaine, I feel like you could still pull off a Whitney Houston.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What about the fact that when she used from like, she sweated a lot, so she had like a handkerchief to dab herself?
There's a lot more to her that you could have done other than just the, you know.
Right.
How do you think Asia did compared to everybody else? In the Beyonce scope?
I think she did as well as everyone else did.
So poorly.
Just because of like the perception that a lot of people have of Aquaria, were you expecting her to fail?
I was pleasantly surprised by how much she did not fail.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, me too. I wasn't rooting for her failure, but I was like, okay, maybe she like coast, right?
Sure, yeah, exactly. Maxine Waters immediately holding up the impeach Trump. That's like, well, you couldn't save it for later.
It would have been nice if she wove it into a joke.
Exactly.
Right? What did you think about Eureka's Honey Boo Boo?
She was hilarious when they were asking to write answers, and she's just like drawing, and she ends up like drawing on her tummy and on her face at the end. I wasn't worried in the beginning. I was kind of worried towards the end, because all 3 times she's just drawing on herself. But like, she upped the ante every single time. First it's paper, then it's her belly, then it's her face. I like Maya Angelou. Just the intonation of her voice, like she did a great job with, and like some jokes really landed. I thought that was funny. And also Miss Cracker's character. I can't say I'm familiar with Dorothy
I'm not
Parker.
I'm not either, but I thought she did a good job.
Yeah, and I think what makes Snatch Game important is if you're able to get a snapshot of that person's character, even if you don't know them.
Even with how mainstream the show is now, it's a great vehicle to educate younger people like me and you about, you know, historic icons that we might not have heard of before. Beyonce and Blue Ivy pairing. What do you have to say about those two characters?
They talked about it before. It was like, oh, I'm just gonna follow you. I'm just gonna go off your keys.
I don't think that's a smart choice though. For a Snatch Game, like, you shouldn't like depend on another person to help.
I was just gonna say, because then you're just kind of like waiting for each other, and like you don't really like. It's just. It never took off. I wouldn't be able to tell that was Beyonce without the name tag. I wouldn't be able to tell that was Blue Ivy without the name tag. Like, one of them was like, I got better call CPS on these guys.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I was about to say that like the relationship between Beyonce and Ivy like felt borderline abusive to me.
Yeah, like, shut up. What's my name? Your Highness? Okay, shut up, child. Between the two, who do you think did worse?
I do think that Blue Ivy did worse. It's runway time, so what do you think about Monique?
I didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, okay, that's interesting. And then I saw this next one, Miss Cracker. I was like, oh, this is so much better. If this is what mermaids can be, well, I mean, you just pale in comparison.
Yeah. It sucks though, because like, you know, we know that Monique has, you know, struggles with resources.
Yes.
Cool. So now let's go into Miss Cracker.
Almost like anime-ish with that big pink hair. A very cartoon character.
I mean, I love it. I love mono pink.
Moving on, we have...
Where
I think this is such a conceptually strong.
This is one of the few outfits that tells you a story, which is kind of sad because Miss Cracker is usually the one that also tells the story.
Sure.
And I also love that she webs her hands.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
What did you think about Asia?
At first, I was like, what am I seeing? One thing I will say about Asia here, the mask completely dominated all of my like attention. I didn't really look at the rest of her. Yeah. I was just like, mask, what? So I'm like now in this still shot, I'm kind of seeing the rest of her outfit for the first time, and it's a lot. It's a lot happening at once. I think it's interesting, and it definitely is rememberable. It's memorable.
Yeah, the Vixen.
Someone mentioned later something about the armpits in her bra, and I had that exact same thought coming out.
Okay, nice.
I was just like,
oh yeah, no, that shot specifically.
That right there, I was like, it's not even there.
They're facing two different directions.
Facing out, like there's not even contact between the cup and like her skin. It just
you needed to boob tape that, girl.
I think someone mentioned that like you can easily tell what the Vixen looks like here out of drag.
How come the Vixen didn't pad to at least like give herself some of this, right? Because like it would have at least helped make her look more feminine.
A little hourglass shape a little bit. We have Monet.
I like this a lot.
The idea behind it, like a warrior mermaid.
I love that.
And just like seeing like the scars like on her fins.
Yeah.
Like,
the scar on her fin though is a little bit too big. I feel like it could have been like thinned down a little bit.
The weapon of choice is a little strange. Because is that
I
just
caught
like
that too.
Inflatable, like
I don't know what it is.
It looks like a balloon. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think the concept would have sold itself more if she had like just like a sword. Yeah, trident. Yeah,
I would have loved the trident. Just like
oh yeah, like a female Poseidon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That would have been great.
That would have been so cool.
What did you think about Eureka?
I don't understand her commentary though. She was like, "Oh, everyone's expecting me to be like some sort of like."
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Say your thing.
And I was like, "What are you talking about? I've been calling you Ursula for like the last 4 episodes. Like, I've been getting so many like Ursula vibes from her for so many of her outfits.
Totally.
And, like, now she finally gets a chance to actually be Ursula. And she's like, oh, nobody expected me to be evil. Like, bitch, are you kidding me? Of course I did.
I appreciate so much that you clocked this before I did. Be a little bit more self-aware about what your brand is.
Just looking at it, I do kind of get like throwbacks to her past outfits. I'm getting the Elvis one a little bit. I mean, there's another bodysuit that was also a similar color. I can't remember which episode, but I'm getting a lot of throwbacks to other outfits that she's done before.
What do you think about Cameron?
I liked it.
I liked it too.
I like the green hair. I like green. Anytime it'll be green.
No, like the green hair looks great against the pink.
The what's it called? The coral like crown headpiece there.
Yeah.
Just the makeup and everything.
Okay, so I don't really give a shit about any of the critiques that they have. I care about the fact that Vixen came for Eureka in front of the judges.
Not just in front of judges, in front of all the contestants, in front of all the cameras, in front of everybody.
What were you feeling like when you started realizing that like, okay, like this is turning into like a thing?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just like a 2-liner thing, this is
actually happening.
Yeah.
I was just at the edge of my seat. I was like, there's no way this is happening right now. At that moment right there, I was so sure Vixen was going home. Eureka starts to defend herself, and then the Vixen was like, oh, see, here she goes again, always need to get in the last word. Oh my god,
isn't that exactly what you're doing, Vixen?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you're gonna say?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
I've been trying so hard to stand for Vixen. I want to respect her point of view, and I want to respect the fact that she is an outspoken person of color, and that she is political, and that she doesn't take shit from anybody, and like she sticks to her guns and she's not willing to change that. You know, we talked early on the show about how we respected that part of her.
Yeah. When RuPaul asks the tops and bottoms who deserves to go home,
it was almost unanimously.
First of all, that took me by surprise. Does that happen? Is that something that happens towards the end of the season?
No.
This is the first time that's ever happened?
I don't know if it's the first time this ever happened, but it doesn't happen often. For our winner, we have Aquaria. We're in agreement, right?
I think so, yeah. Melania Trump was hilarious, so I think it's a well-deserved win for Aquaria.
Yeah, I think so too. Do you agree that Asia should be safe?
No.
Oh, okay.
From the Beyonce, I honestly thought that the bottom two would be the Vixen and Asia. I had really thought that Asia would be going home after just that performance. I thought that her Beyonce was really weak.
Let's go over the lip sync real quick.
Monique's wig fell off. Did it fall off or did she pull it off? It came off, right?
It was falling off.
Yeah, it fell off and she didn't know the words. I think Monique had accepted the fact that she was gone. It wasn't really a fight for your life sort of thing that RuPaul always says. I think at that moment she knew that she was going home. And I don't think the Vixens was that great, but it's due to Monique's shortcomings that the Vixen won here.
Sure. I mean, like, I felt like Vixen had a good amount of tricks at the very least.
I mean, but it
wasn't like amazing.
We've seen her in the bottom two before, and it's the same thing as over again. She's just
but that should
really acrobatic. I'm just sad that we'll never be in this hit again. Like, man, if I could swear, if I could cuss on this show, I'd be like saying the big F word. Right now, all of America, say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I was like, that was so great.
That was a great impression. I love Monique a lot, and I really hope that like the next time, Andrew, the next time, like when she comes to LA, let's go see her.
You mean next weekend for DragCon?
We have a big announcement, which is that me and Andrew, Leo, and Jason, the straight guys, along with me, we are going to be at DragCon.
Yay!
I'm so excited about this. I was actually kind of worried that we weren't going to be able to, but I managed to get a press pass for it. I'm also going to be like vlogging with them just a little bit. For a video of them, experiencing DragCon for the first time. If you see us, please come and say hi. We'd love to hit it up with you and just hang out.
We're all very excited. I know Leo and Jason, and we're all really excited to go experience this for the first time. It's gonna be great. Hope to see you guys there.
Andrew, where can the people find you and your work?
You can find me at @AndrewLeoMusic on all social medias.
Cool, and all of my social media is OneWingedChris. We'll see you at DragCon.
Yeah, for sure.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh. So yeah, and Andrew tried his best to insert it, and I kind of missed the cue on it, but we have a big announcement, which is that me and the 3 boys are going to be
boys.
Well, I mean, yeah, that sounded weird because I'm a boy too, but